Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, as you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. There we go. As I'm going live in all the places. All right. We are here. And I just realized I have not put the affirmation and journal prompt in my little queue here. So, let me grab that. And then now I'm going to pull this up on my phone so I can see what's going on. You guys know the drill, but I just have to talk through it so I don't look silly just sitting here doing all this stuff. You guys know the drill, but I just have to talk through it so I don't. All right. There we go. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. How are you? It's a little chilly this morning. I actually, last night before I went to bed, I thought, wait a minute, what is the temperature going to get down to tonight? So I went and looked, and when I saw it, I said, okay, I'm going to turn the heat on and just set it to where it won't be hot in the house, but it'll be pleasant. So it feels good this morning. Carrie and I busy working on cancer fundraiser. Yes. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad that you guys are able to do that stuff together. And I'm just realizing I have got way too long a, let's see. Well, we'll try it out and see what happens. I had a little help with, had ChatGPT help me this morning with my affirmation and journal prompt because, Wednesday, 10:30 luncheon. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to go great for you, I am sure. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Let me take this word off and let's see what happens. Most of the time it's my journal prompt that's long, but this time it's... All right, so let's see what happens. All right, so let me try again. So give me just a second while I see if I can get this to work. So give me just a second. All right, so let me try it again. Goodness gracious. It's a good one, I promise. Let me take this word off and let's just see. Scoot that over. All right, now let's try it. Well, not all of it fit on there, but that's okay. I'll be putting it in the description. So here we go. And of course, with the affirmation, we condense it to be one thing, right? So today's affirmation is, I am creating a magnificent garden of possibilities. So that's the gist of it, right? I am creating a magnificent garden of possibilities. And then we expand that out a little bit with today's, what the heck did I do? What I plant today is what it's supposed to say, grows in tomorrow's reality with untold beauty and potential. I'm both the gardener and the garden. growing more extraordinary with each passing season. So I kind of screwed that one up, didn't I? But that's okay. You can see what it is, and I'll make sure it's right when I post it in the description. But like I said, the gist of this is I am, and remember anything that comes after the words I am, ultra powerful, right? So I am creating a magnificent garden of possibilities. And so I started this with thinking about how we plant. Let me get to my thing here. Whoops, wrong thing. All right. So you know how we plant seeds, and the things that have happened to us in the past are the seeds that we've planted before, right? And so we're talking about nurturing the seeds that we're planting. And remember, the only constant in life is change. And so as we're changing, it is amazing to take ownership of it, right? And when I was thinking about it this morning, it was all about the fact that there are so many of us, myself included, especially in the past, and I can fall into it every now and then now, but we tend to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. And I will say that was definitely me a long time ago. And I was so stubborn that if somebody said there was a better way, but they didn't say it to me in a way that felt empowering to me, if it felt more like a demand or something like that, I was so stubborn that I just wouldn't do it because I didn't want them telling me what to do. I know, silly, right? To my own detriment. However, it's like now I recognize that whatever is going on in my life is because of thoughts and things that I've done, the things that I think, the limiting beliefs that I have, all these different things, right? And so, what I really want for you to really grasp on today is to nurture the seeds of change within you. Because when we're not blown away with everything is wonderful and amazing in our lives, if there's anything in it that we would like to change, all we have to do is change the seeds that we're planting, right? So we are both the gardener and the garden. We're planting the seeds and we're growing the things that show up, right? So what I want you to do really quick, hold on a second, let me take a sip of my coffee. If you're driving, don't do this. The thing is, I want you to take just a moment to just close your eyes. And just imagine yourself, your body, as a sacred garden. So this garden is your inner world where every seed, every idea, every wish, every desire represents a quality you wish to cultivate. So as you're in this imaginative place, kind of wiggle your feet around and just imagine that you can feel the soil underneath your feet. And you can feel the sun shining down, nurturing your body, nurturing your seeds. There's the perfect amount of rain, so the soil is so rich and fertile. And it is filled with infinite potential. And that's what you have within you, is infinite potential. The thing that we want to do is we want to figure out what are our seed selections, right? So when you're journaling today, this is some things that you'll journal on. Let me share our journal prompt real quick. I don't know. Let me take this word off and let's see if it shows correctly. Hold on. All right, this is our journal prompt. If you were planting a garden of inner growth, what qualities or changes would you nurture first? And then imagine how these seeds could bloom into amazing changes in your life and list each one with excitement. So, as you are imagining this amazing fertile ground that you're on, and you're imagining the sun on you, and you're getting ready to plant within the seeds of change that you're most drawn to, what would be the first, the second, and the third seed? What are the seeds that you're wanting to cultivate in your life? So you can journal the seeds, the first, the second, the third seed, the opportunities, the thoughts, the desires, the things that you're really wanting to breathe into your life. And then for each one of those seeds, you're going to figure out what's your daily watering task, right? How much water do you need to give it? And what that means is what kind of actions will help that seed to grow. And then what type of sunlight does it need? What kind of like support from someone else? What kind of resources do you need to have? And then what do we need to do to make the soil even more fertile, right? So that means what habits would benefit you, what environment will best nurture it, right? And so there's so many ways that we can cultivate our garden. And then I want you to imagine that you've done all of those things. You've watered it daily, you've provided the perfect sunlight, and you've nurtured the soil, and you've made it so fertile. How do these seeds look when they're fully bloomed? So these ideas, these aspirations that you have, these things that you've wanted to change most in your life right now, what does it look like when they've actually fully bloomed? So this is stepping into looking at your life differently and what new opportunities might appear. But the biggest thing to me is, who have you become by nurturing these ideas, these aspirations, these goals, these dreams? Who have you become? And then just think about it. You know, if you've got a garden, there's times that you have to go out there and you have to give it extra attention. You have to hoe out the weeds, whatever the heck it's called. And then you might have to like loosen up the soil a little bit so that the rain and the fertilizer and all the things that you're doing can actually get to those roots, right? So, what in your daily garden do you need to do? Ah, you're welcome, Jennifer. So, there you are. The sun's shining gently on you, on your garden. You've been watering it effectively. Who are you? And then I want you to think a little bit about these 3 seeds that you've decided that you were planting. What seeds can you nurture today to begin? What's one small action that will water this intention, that will give it life? And then I want you to look at what's beginning to sprout in your mind, what's beginning to sprout in your life. And when it comes to cultivating the garden and pulling out the weeds and pulling out the sucker plants and all those things, did you face challenges with knowing what to do, which things to take out? What challenges will you face? But amazingly, when you think about it, what's the unexpected gift that will emerge as you cultivate this magnificent garden within you? And remember, just like a magnificent garden begins with a single seed, your journey of personal growth opens up with one mindful moment at a time. Remember, we've talked about it many, many times. A 1% change every single day creates exponential growth. So you don't have to just jump. You can nurture, do things with ease and flow, and trust in the fact that you have this inner garden within you, and that with patience and love, you can grow magnificent seeds. And there's a quote I want to share. And it's in the garden of life, every season has its purpose. Every challenge, its lesson, and every moment holds the potential for extraordinary growth. Now, as you feel into the essence of who you are and what you want to create in your life, just allow. Because with allowing and being open, the things that will be attracted to you, that will help you to not only decide what seeds to plant, it'll help you get the most beautiful, magnificent seeds, the seeds that are going to produce the greatest harvest. Because let's face it, there are some seeds that are better than others. I mean, I've planted seeds before that didn't even grow, and I'm talking about in a physical garden, right? Because the seeds were old, or maybe they were not a good quality seed. And I planted them and I watered them and I nurtured them, but nothing happened. So we want to make sure that we're using the seeds of change within us, the seeds that are the most magnificent seeds. And so with your imagination and with your focus on being open, you can make sure that all the seeds that you're planting are the best seeds possible. And that no matter what, as you water and you nurture and you weed and you cultivate and you care for this seed, it's going to produce exactly the thing that's going to move you in the direction that you want to go. Now, everybody here, I don't know what direction you're wanting to go. I don't, but you do. And if you don't, it's time to really spend some time just nurturing who you are and deciding, what part of my life am I really wanting to plant a new seed? Where do I want to make change? And remember, every external thing in our life starts in here. And so as we're nurturing these inner seeds, we're changing our outer environment. And just like a garden, it doesn't happen overnight. Now, with some people, it can be really quick. It depends on how much they've been working on it, right? And a lot of times we end up comparing ourselves to somebody else took this class and they just went, wow. And we think, well, why did we not do that? But maybe they've already taken 1,000 classes before this one that was getting them ready for this class, right? And so we want to only compare ourselves with ourselves. So as we're looking at our lives, it's like every single day, how can I be even better today than I was yesterday? How can I nurture the seeds of my life to create this bountiful harvest that I'm looking for? Okay, so we're going to go back to, let me change this thing just really quick. I'm going to do it this way. This would make much more sense. So hold on a second. All right. So today's affirmation, this just looks so much better. I like it. I am creating a magnificent garden of possibilities. And remember, whatever you say after the words I am, so powerful. So put this on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes, put it on a piece of paper and stick it on your fridge. I don't care where you put it, but put it somewhere that today you were reminded of this. However, I would say this is the great one to be reminded of every single day, because every day we are cultivating something in our lives. We're creating something new. We're watering, we're nourishing, we're tending to it. So I am creating a magnificent garden of possibilities. And then our journal prompt. If you were planting a garden of inner growth, our inner seeds, right? What qualities or changes would you nurture first? So figure out, what are the top 3 things that you're wanting to change in your life? What are qualities that you want to change in your life? And imagine how these seeds could bloom into amazing changes, and list each one with excitement. I mean, whew, right? And so, like I say all the time, if you can have a notebook or a journal just for these daily affirmations and journal prompts, then you put the date at the top, you put the affirmation, you put the journal prompt. And then you spend some time in silence to really dive deep inside to see what's going on. Because if you're just writing it down and then just start brain dumping without going into a little bit of inner reflection, you're just reiterating the conscious mind, the things that people have told you, the habits that you've had in your life. It's all going to come from that lens of the world, that lens that is skewed by expectations, by things that challenges that you face, the things that people have said, it changes everything, right? But if you can spend some time to get inside and listen to your inner voice, your God voice, your intuition, your subconscious mind, and just breathe into it, quiet the chatter. And then when you open your eyes and you start brain dumping, then you are being fed so much stuff that's in the back of your mind, in your subconscious mind, that half the time you don't even know it exists. But it's going to give you so much tool, so much um, soil, so much sunshine and water, and all the things that you need to cultivate these seeds are going to come through if you allow them to. So then you imagine how these seeds that you've planted could bloom into amazing changes in your life, and you list each one with excitement. And just spend some time with it today, because this is pretty powerful. And we are all the time creating, right? And remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So today is the day to spend some time with inside reflection and seeing what seeds of change are asking to be born within you. Because I promise you, I don't care how happy you are in your life, how magnificent things are, or how bad things are. It doesn't matter where you're at. Start there, but do some inner reflection today, and you're going to be surprised, because no matter where you are in your life, there are seeds of change that are wanting to be birthed. So I would love to know from you guys what's wanting to be birthed within you. And I know, Wendy, you were saying that you've got this luncheon coming up. You're working on the cancer fundraiser, and that's amazing. Those are some really good seeds, right? But as you're going through the day, just see what other seeds are wanting to be planted. And you might even meet somebody at this fundraiser that you, as you're talking to them, all of a sudden you think of a seed that would be amazing. And so I would love to hear later from you, Wendy, of what would be the new seed that is asking to be born. I'm loving this. I love creating this event. Yes, yes. And just imagine the seeds that you're helping plant in others. And so sometimes, as we're cultivating these inner seeds for us, we're helping others to find the seeds that they are looking for. It's an amazing process as we're going through this. And if you're open and ready to receive, man, the things and the ideas and the aspirations and the people and events that are going to show up that help you cultivate that seed within you. You're not alone in this. We've got you. You've got you, because it all is in here. So I'm excited to be here with you on this journey, and maybe be one of the things of, I help water or something, your seeds, right? The seeds of courage and the seeds of discipline. Yes. Yes, Jennifer. So, we plant, we nourish, we cultivate, we harvest. So if you're not happy with the harvest that you're having in your life, this is the beginning of change. The seeds of change are upon us, right? All right. So, Wendy, you are always really amazing at giving me a closing statement. So, definitely share that if you feel up to it, you feel led, because I have a client to get to really soon, so I'll have to pop off here. But I'm telling you, to me, I love planting new seeds within and just breathing life into it. All right. So, oh, Wendy, good, good. So, as Wendy so eloquently has said, nourish your beautiful garden today. And you can share in the group if there's certain seeds that you're wanting to plant and you want people to just be there as a witness that you've planted them. Beautiful, right? If you need someone to be a support, then just say, hey, I'm planting these seeds and I kind of would like a little bit of support with whatever it is. And, one of the things is we water them, right? We fertilize them. And as we're allowing other people to know what we're doing or what's in our soul and in our heart, it opens it up to allow in more. So definitely be in the group and sharing today if you feel so led. Um, and everybody, I'm sure, would love to hear what everybody else is doing and maybe sprinkle a little magic dust on each one of our seeds. All right. So nourish your beautiful garden today. And I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Mwah.